Well, hey, good morning, everybody. This is Peter Wolfing. You know, today is one of the best times to get started in your business. It happens to be September. And September, October, November are incredibly great times to build your business. Why aren't you doing it? The answer is you can do it today. You can do it today. Let me tell you a story. I have a house in New Jersey, right on the pier, with a dock and right into the water. And we go over there occasionally, but we can go all the way down to the ocean, and they have lots of barbecues over there and so on. And sometimes what we do is right in my backyard, we catch crabs. We have these crab traps, okay? And we just drop them off the side of the deck into the water, and there's just one hole in the top of the cage. There's one hole in the left, there's one hole in the right. There's 3 holes in the cage, and we put some food inside. And we just leave it there. When the crab season is really going, it could be an hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but many times we'll leave it in overnight. And this is the process that happens. One crab goes in, starts munching on the food, and it's crab heaven, right? 2 crabs go in, 3 crabs go in, 4 crabs go in, and they keep on piling into the cage. It's a wire cage. And they keep on munching on the food until the food's all gone. More crabs keep on coming in. But what happens is this. Crabs have one trait that humans have. I'm going to tell you what it is right now. If a crab starts to crawl up the cage to the top or up the cage to the side to go out of the hole, the other crabs will grab it and pull it down into the cage with them. If the crab keeps on trying to get out of the cage, they will go as far as even chopping off their claws, their flippers, and so on. And if they keep on trying to do that, many times they will kill the crab. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? They will pull them back into the cage and many times cut, slice, maim, and even kill the crab for trying to escape. Now, what do they have in common with human beings? Well, people don't necessarily do that by killing people, but it might as well be just the same thing. Many times in your business, you're an entrepreneur. You're trying to build your business, or you're just getting started in your business. And what happens? You can't do that business. Grab the claw. What makes you think you can do this? Grab the claw. Oh, another rejection. Someone said no. Grab the claw. You see what I'm saying? It's the insidious peer pressure and or rejection and or society that wants you to stay the same as them. According to recent studies, 90% of the public do not have their own business. Maybe 10%, if that. Okay? So that 90%, that mass majority, is going to do whatever they can to keep you the same as them so they don't feel so bad. Think about that. So they don't feel so bad. They don't cut off your claws and kill you. But in many cases, people let that get to them, so it may as well kill their dream. It kills their dream. And as you grow up, you have these lofty dreams. Your dreams are huge, humongous, sizable dreams. And you can do anything. And every time you try to go to those dreams, something happens where they pull you back in just a little bit. Just a little bit, just a little bit. And every time you think of a dream and you want to pursue a dream, or you start pursuing a dream, and something happens, mainly through peer pressure and many times through a loved one, the dream gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and your dreams shrink down to where you are. And before you know it, you don't have a dream at all. You know, there's a an article I read or heard some while back, and I was just thinking about it. And a study was done also, I love studies, that at your funeral, only about 10% of the people cry. Isn't that amazing? Only about 10% of the people are even going to cry at your funeral. Well, think about it. How many people are even going to go to your funeral? Right? Is your life worth the amount of people that are going to come to your funeral and care that you pass away? Right? Are you doing something worthwhile that's going to change lives, that people will really notice that you pass away? Well, I certainly hope so. What's your legacy? Well, that's a whole nother video. But as I said, only even 10% of the people that go to your funeral are going to cry. Now, here's the number one thing that can happen to decide whether or not people will even go to the gravesite. Right? So after the funeral happens and people go to the wake and so on, and they have to go bury you, and there's that trek that goes over to the cemetery plot. I'm getting all gruesome today, but there's a point. What's the number one thing that will dictate how many of those people will even go and take the journey and care about you to your burial site? The weather. If it's raining or even a little bit of inclement weather, 50% of those people will not even go to your burial plot to say goodbye. And isn't that incredible? 10% will even cry. 50% of those will even go to your burial plot if there's any kind of inclement weather. And even if it's nice and sunny, I'm sure that 20 or 30% will even go. Right? Incredible. So, how do you use this information in your entrepreneurial venture called network marketing? If you're doing your prospecting calls, if you're telling people that you know about your entrepreneurial venture, what company that you join, and they shoot you down, what makes you think you can do that? Oh, those things don't work. That's a pyramid scheme. And on and on and on. The crab's pulling you back in. Think of it this way. Will they even come to my funeral? Will they even cry at my funeral? Will they even go to my burial plot? And if the answer is no, you don't listen to them. You can throw a few other questions in there too, like do they even know what they're talking about regarding what I'm doing, and others. But those three, will they even go to my funeral? Will they even cry at my funeral? And will they even go to my burial plot, especially if it's inclement weather? And the answer is probably no. So why do you care what they think? Why do you care that they said no? They're just passing through. If you're doing your prospecting calls and someone says no, get up back on the horse and make another call. Call somebody else. You know, who cares what they think? They're not going to go to my funeral, right? And if it's a friend or relative, they're probably not going to go to your funeral too. Or they're not going to cry, or they're not going to go to your burial plot, which shows you how much they really care. Yes? Think about that. So, the bottom line to this is, don't care what other people think, and don't be a crab. Don't be a crab to other people, and don't let the crabs suck you back in. Get out of the cage. Get out of the cage, live your life, mold your life, design your dream, become your dream, and do it. Do it. Just do it, as Nike says. Just do it. Forget about all this other junk and reasons why and chips on the shoulder that you can't do it. All the different things and reasons why you say that you can't do this business Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I could probably show you 1,000 people that are making 100 times more money than you in network marketing that have 10 times less in education, in status, in good looks, environment, everything. Whatever you want to say in there, 10 times less, but are worth 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times more than you. Because they don't care. It's commitment and drive. You know, there's a saying that says, there is not a shortage of opportunity, only a crisis in commitment. Ooh, think about that one for a second. There's not a shortage of opportunity. The world has so many opportunities out there. There's only a crisis in commitment. Are you committed? I challenge you to watch this video and watch this video here and be in your business a year from now and commit and actually do it. Don't just be there and exist and do the same things over and over and over again if they're not working. Work them and be there a year from now and come back and watch this video again. Post something on this video if you found it interesting, if you found it enlightening, if it made a difference in your life. Post a comment on this video if you're watching it on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get some more videos like this if you're watching it on YouTube. If you're on one of my other sites, great. No problem. I sincerely hope this video helped you, made you think about some things a little bit differently. Jot down those concepts as you're making your calls, as you're contacting people, as you get rejected, and think about the crabs. And think about, are they going to go to my funeral? This is Peter Wolfing. Thanks for watching this video. Happy prospecting, and we'll see you on another video. Bye for now.